Just looks like I'm having a little bit of trouble getting this broadcast. Give me a minute. Okay, we're good. Okay, we are going to start the July 5th RPRC meeting. We've got everyone here. Thank you for joining us. Val sent out minutes earlier this morning. I don't know if you all had an opportunity to look at them. I did, and they're ready for approval. I'll make a motion to adopt the June 21st, 2022 minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so first up is 113 Round Hill Road. We have the property owner here. We'll admit him. Okay. Mayank, are you with us?
Hi, everyone.
Did I say that right? I'm afraid.
It's Mayank.
How is it?
Mayank.
Mayank. Okay, welcome. So what we have here is an unfortunate set of circumstances. So let me share my screen and you'll be able to see what we're talking about. And if you have anything you want to say to the committee while I'm setting this up, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. So, the property next to us has been vacant for, I don't know how long, 12, 13 years. We moved in, it'll be 2 years at the end of this month. And we put in originally I spoke to the owner about potentially purchasing this piece of land that you see between the yellow line and the red line, basically. And he
Larry,
the property, and we talked about it. And,
joined the meeting.
And he said, yeah, he didn't have a problem with it, and talked to my engineers, and we'll figure it out. And then since then, it's been radio silence. I've called him half a dozen times. I called his broker half a dozen times with no response. I understand that his health was failing last year, so I took that into consideration, obviously. But I did try to contact him about putting up the deer fence and how to do it properly, because the topography in that part of our property is a little bit awkward. There's a lot of landscaping that's been done, legacy landscaping, before I moved in. There's some rock outcroppings and cliffs and whatnot. So when I put the fence up, it's all within our property, except for the piece that's above the yellow line where the red is. And I tried my best to put it in a way that was just least obstructive and kind of follow the contour of the cliff and the rock outcropping, the rock outcropping. In the end, I never got a hold of him, and we never came to anything. So I did it in a way where there aren't any concrete posts in the ground in much of that area, so that we could easily move it if we needed to. Mm-hmm. My hope was that we could come to some kind of agreement, maybe even do a land swap, because he has a buyer of the property now. I'd be happy to give up a little bit of my property at the back end to gain this piece of it, because it really, like, if you come and visit the property, you look at it, it looks like it should kind of be part of our property. And it was taken care of by the previous owners for 10 years. But anyway, the bottom line is that I've gotten no response at all.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's such a pretty piece of property. I was out there, and this fence is just going to go in the middle of all that, unfortunately. But like we said in the beginning, that's not your property, and that lot to, I don't know if it's the north, but that the subject lot is part of the Rolling Hill subdivision that the planning board approved years ago. So I guess they're looking forward to constructing that lot at this point. But it sort of is what it is. I don't have any issues in what's being proposed, relocating this deer fence on the property line.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, and I've already engaged Eurofence to do it. He's ready to go. And he's, as soon as I let him know, it'll be done. I think, honestly, I think I'll probably spend more on re-landscaping than actually moving the fence to make it look right. But it is what it is. That's
Yeah. Is everyone okay with this, sending this to the building department?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll make a
fine.
motion to send this to building.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so, yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, and go to the building department, pull that permit, and then have Eurofence, move it. I'm sure at the end of the day, you'll make it look okay, but, yeah, what a pain.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your help, Adam, in the process.
Sure.
And just a quick question, because this is my first rodeo here with doing this. So I take you'll put out a letter of determination, right? I take that, and then I submit the permit application with the building department and send that to Valerie, or
No, you'll send it to the building department. Valerie's in the planning department.
direct. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you do. And those instructions will be in that determination letter too, which we'll post later today.
Okay, great. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
All right, take care.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Adam, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you both on the phone and through your computer.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I wasn't hearing you.
Okay, well then just mute your computer if you want to keep using your phone, or turn your volume up, or, the sound is working on my end.
This better?
Yeah, hear you fine.
Okay.
All right, let me just, I'm gonna do 45 Byram Ridge Road. Steve, you're with us? Steve Lopez, you're with us now? Let's see. Yeah, Steve, you're with us, right? You hear us? All right, well, we'll go on, and Steve, if you want to jump in. Okay, so we've got 45 Byram Ridge Road. Let me share the screen. So we approved a house on this lot a few months ago, I guess. And that's under construction. Now they're coming in for a sport court and pool. And I'll pull up the plans. And I think the biggest issue is the disconnect between the actual site plan, which shows the pool and the sport court in these locations, versus Steve Lopez's plan, which shows them in these locations. So you can see the difference. So in this Steve's plan, the sport court and the pool meet the setback requirements, but in the actual site plan that was submitted, they don't. So let's, right. So you can see now the pool does not meet the setback and the court does not meet. They need to meet it. So I wish Steve could chime in here and really indicate which one the applicant wants to do. I suppose if the board is ready to move this forward, we can say, we'll approve the Steve's plan that doesn't need a variance. That seems to make the most sense. Any thoughts or concerns from the committee?
I agree with you, Adam.
Yeah. Other than that,
Adam,
yeah,
just make a note, they need a Knox key switch on the gate, the driveway gate.
sure. I'll make that note.
And we go back to the other proposed plan,
The landscaping one, the landscape plan,
the one
the color one.
through, yes.
Mhm.
Steve's plan.
Yeah,
Now that sports court, is that has a hard surface?
yes. Mhm. Yep. I think we have even a detail of it. Here.
Does it flow into the driveway? So that the driveway.
How does it go, John? I didn't look at that part.
It actually drains to a curtain drain, and then it's piped from the curtain drain to two infiltrators that are proposed. The sports court and also the pool and pool deck would also drain to the infiltrators.
So the driveway is asphalt.
Mhm.
What is the sports court?
Well, let's see if they have the detail. I thought I saw one. But I could be wrong. Fence, driveway, gate, curb, walkway. Here it is. Yep. So what is the top course? Do you know what that is? Item 403.17.
Yeah, that's a top course. That's an asphalt top course.
Okay, so there you go.
So
It's
if,
similar to the driveway.
because when they pull out of their garage, they could also be pulling on the sports
Well,
court.
there's a fence, I believe.
I'm just wondering if it provides extra parking.
It could, but there's a fence there. Yeah, so 4-foot aluminum
So,
Fence.
okay.
with a gate.
Mm-hmm. And so that's probably basketball.
Whatever they want to do there. Yeah, could be. Everyone okay with this? John, any concerns engineering wise?
No, I had a few minor comments which just need to be added to the plan. But
All right.
other than that, they addressed all the stormwater issues.
Yep, and in this case, Steve is gonna screen, the double screen, this sport court area from the street, looks fine. There's already some screening from the original house plan.
Right.
So I think it works. I think the biggest issue was getting a zoning compliant plan. So we'll have them build it per Steve's plan.
How about the neighbor to the left?
You want to see what that looks like, you mean?
Yes, only because are they looking at the sports court?
I mean, yeah, you'll see it, but they've got screening. You could see along this property line, and they'll be screening over here too. This is the old house, of course.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's a rebuild?
Yeah, we approved a new house there that's under construction now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay with me.
Okay. So I will make a motion to send this to building, subject to the plan being revised to conform to the zoning setbacks as depicted on the landscaping plan.
Yes,
Okay. Sue, you seconded that?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
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 Just make some notes.
It's within the allowable impervious.
Coverage? Yeah.
surface.
Yes, yep, it is. Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay. Okay, next is 5 Rose Hill Drive. Just, I have one more in the waiting room. Let me just get them squared away here. Hold on. Oh, that was Greg about the last one. Let's just get him in to catch him up to speed. Greg, you with us? Greg, you came late to the party. We already talked about 45.
Yeah,
Did
all
you
right,
hear,
no problem.
did you hear any of that or no?
No, I didn't.
All right, we'll catch
did
you
not.
up then. So Steve was here, but he couldn't talk to us for whatever reason.
Okay,
And then I just saw you in there now. So what we said is sent it to the building department, but there was a disconnect between your plan and Steve's plan in terms of the sport court location and the pool location. Steve's plan showed both those, both the pool and the sport court meeting the setbacks, but your plan did not.
okay.
So we approved Steve's plan, obviously, since that one meets the requirements. Okay,
All right, so I have to resubmit, check the setbacks. All right,
yeah, you don't need to resubmit to RPRC. We sent it to building, so just when you submit it,
oh, okay,
yeah, when you submit it for the
Okay.
permit, just make sure it's zoning compliant and meets those setbacks.
understood,
Okay,
understood. All right, thank you for taking the
sure,
time.
yeah.
Alrighty.
okay.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Okay. 5 Rose Hill, let's get them in. All right, Peter, 5 Rose Hill, you're up now. What we're talking about, Peter, do you want to say anything to the committee?
Hey there. I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone had a happy July 4th.
Yes.
Nothing. I think it's fairly straightforward. I think you were by the property on Friday.
Yep.
Obviously, we were in front of the RPRC. It feels like I think 2.5 years ago.
Yep.
So this is now just the finalized plans on the house
Mhm.
and the size of the deck and the front porch adjustment. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I agree. But let's go over those changes. Of particular interest, I think, will be to Sue, who's representing the ARB. Can everyone see my screen that has the 2 elevations?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
All right, so what you see on the left is what is out there. What on the right was the approved house. In my opinion, the new elevation is superior. It looks really, really nice. Any concerns with this modification to the porch? Sue?
No, looks good.
Yeah, agree. And then Peter, you know, the only issue I had was we didn't get a site plan showing how the deck is being modified in the rear. You know, I saw it out in the field with the sonotubes, but I don't know. We need to know how that reconfigured deck conforms. You know, you have to show you conform with the setbacks. I don't think you're going to have a problem, but we don't have anything to go by.
Okay, so then I need to obviously get my architect to show
Yeah.
where exactly it is and how big it is on the site plan. Got it.
Yeah, and let me just.
Yeah, because I know we're well within the gross coverage area and setbacks and everything,
I
given that's
don't
also
doubt that.
R10 zoning.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all, but I just couldn't tell, how this compares to the old deck at all. What is happening? Can you tell us?
Nothing. I think when we put out the original plans, I don't even think we had it to scale. In the original RPRC, I have to go back and see what the measurements were on that deck. I just know that when we got to this point, after talking to the architect and drawing it up so that you guys could actually see all the detail, that was the size that we kind of came up with that would fit best on the
Got it.
back of the house. Because I know we
Okay.
had no setback or gross land coverage issues. We
Yeah.
wanted to see how the house fit and then what would be the appropriate deck size. Because
Yeah, yes, and again, I don't think there's no issues, when you see it in the field, it looks fine. There are no issues at all, other than just showing you're gonna be compliant.
sorry, so I should just have my architect draw out the actual deck on the site plan
Yep.
and then just email that to you guys like I did last time.
Well, we're gonna discuss next steps, so I think, I'm gonna make a motion to send this to the building department with those. Actually, we should check. John, do you have any issues here at all?
No issues.
Okay, so then I'll make a motion to send this to the building department to address, and the applicant will address any outstanding issues.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait, we need someone to second that.
Second.
Okay, Rob, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so Peter, this is gonna go to the building department is your next stop. We're gonna post a letter of determination saying you're gonna have to show where this deck is in relation to the property lines and the updated coverage. And then you'll be able to pull that permit from the building department. But you don't need to come back to this committee.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay,
All right, you guys take care.
all right, take care.
All right,
Bye.
thank you.
All right, next is 301 Bedford Banksville. Okay, good morning, Diane, you're with us? Give her a minute, she doesn't have her microphone on. But we'll get started meanwhile. Okay, so, oh, there you are, Diane. Do you have your microphone on? I can't tell. No. All right, Diane, try to get your microphone hooked up. We're gonna start. Oh, there you go. She's connecting, so just give her a minute. There you are. Diane, you're with us, right?
So sorry about that.
No problem.
I'm a little new to this stuff.
Okay, I'm glad you're on board because there's a couple things we just need to talk about.
Sure.
The building inspector. So let's go through it. I'm going to share my screen. So we're talking about the legalizing of a pool fence that was constructed.
Yes.
So the major issue here is the fence going to meet the pool enclosure requirements? Now, I'm not an expert at this, Diane, but just going out there and looking at it.
Okay.
You've got, actually, do you have a picture of it here? Yes. Okay, so let me rotate this.
It's horizontal.
It's right. So you see these horizontal slats and
Yes.
this gap between the boards?
Yes.
This is something that Rob's gonna have to look at because it looks like you could climb this.
You can. I did not think that you could. And when he said you could put your fingers in there, I said, oh, I don't think so. And then I went back and I saw it and I said, yes, you can. But I have remedied that. I'm putting lattice inside the posts and I actually have two pieces that he's already started.
Okay.
So that it will now be, can I try to show you what it would look like? Oh, I don't know if I can show you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Put it on, move it in front of your camera. We can't see it, but.
Oh,
there-
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you see the lattice?
Lower it a little. There we go. Okay. So Rob, is that going to meet the requirements? Do you know?
I can't see her. I'm trying to blow her up here.
Zoom. Oh, let me stop sharing.
I think you got it.
Okay,
Okay,
there you go.
let me try to, hold on one
No,
second.
that it was me because I was sharing the screen. Show it again.
Oh,
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Can't you climb that as well?
That's
Oh, that
my
on
thought.
the outside or the inside?
it would be on the outside. So
Yeah,
that whole,
so,
that lattice would be, so there's no way to climb it.
yeah, a lattice is like a chain link fence, so it would meet code.
Okay. Okay. The other issue is the height, Diane. There's
Okay.
definitely sections that are over 6 feet because I'm 5'7" and it was way taller than me.
There's two panels that are over, and both those panels, there's gonna be rocks and there's gonna be dirt that's gonna fill it in on the bottom part of it. So when you actually go up to that fence at that point, you're
Yep.
not gonna see that it's gonna be over 6 feet at all.
Got it.
There's
Got
not
it.
gonna be anything there
Okay.
that's gonna show.
Okay.
Is
So
there a reason that you can't have it over 6 feet? Just wanted to, is if it's
That's-
for
that-
secure, for
no, that's
safety?
just the no, nothing to do with safety. That's just what the town board said are the
Oh,
maximum height
okay.
of
Oh, no,
fences
no
in town.
worries. I will make sure that it will not be anywhere that it will be over 6 feet
Okay,
at all.
but there are no real planning issues here, right? The fence is
Okay.
in an appropriate location. It's really all just building code issues that you're gonna need to work out because of the pool.
Gotcha.
So I'll make a motion to send this to the building department for the applicant to work out these
Okay.
details.
Is there a certain amount of time that I need to get everything done?
Well, hold on one sec. So does anyone want to second that motion?
I'll second it.
Okay, so that was Craig Benedict. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we'll post this determination letter, but you'll need to just coordinate with the building department on getting that to be a pool compliant fence. And Rob, if you want to give her some timeline on this, but you seem to be doing it now, right?
I am. I'm working on it. I just
Yeah.
didn't know if it needed to be done like in a week or if it's like I have a month. I'm trying
Well,
to make
Diane,
sure
you
that
gotta
I'm
get a
doing
building
it.
permit. We talked about just putting the doors on because it was a
Yes,
pool.
of
But
course.
you gotta get a building permit to do the rest of the work.
Okay,
All right?
so I will come in tomorrow. Is that okay to get the building permit?
Well, you have to apply now
Okay.
at this point. Then once
Okay.
you apply, then we'll review it for code compliance.
Okay, so should I not do any of the fencing, the lattice yet or anything
Well, yeah,
else?
just bring in the documents and everything first and let us
Okay.
issue a building permit to make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay, not a problem. I will do that tomorrow morning, first thing.
Okay. Yeah, you're set.
I'm all done?
You're all done with us. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Sorry again
Okay.
about all the confusion, and I'm
No,
sorry.
No worries.
All right, thanks
Okay.
again. Thank
Yep.
you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Okay, next up is Cowdray Park Drive. Christopher, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Can I be heard?
What's that? I'm sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Okay, great.
Can you pull up the plans and take the committee through what's being proposed out here on Cowdray Park?
Yeah, and Andrew from Redness and Mead might join as well, and if so, I'll probably hand the floor to him, but in the interim, I'll get started, sure.
Great.
Give me a moment. So basically, we're getting towards the end of this project, which was approved renovation, and we submitted the final layout of that the owner landed on.
All right, Christopher, I don't think you have the best internet connection. So You're breaking up there a bit.
with the landscape architect for the patios around the house. No change to the building. That was on the right page to show you. Apologies, I'm on the job site. So, I don't know if you can hear me better now.
A little bit. Let's see how it goes.
Calling on my phone, maybe that will be better.
All right, well, hold
So-
on. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
All right, no, if you can hear me better now.
Now I hear you better, much better.
Okay, great. So there's no change to the building that was previously approved as renovation, including the new garage, which was previously approved. But basically, finalizing the layout of the patios. So the geometry of the patios here at the motor court and in the rear yards here and here. And they coverage is
All right, let Christopher,
exceeded the limit that Redmond Mead calculated, and so we added a drainage system. Damn it. Andrew.
Christopher, I'm gonna just take over for a sec.
All right,
Why
thank
don't
you. Sorry about that.
I think it's the screen sharing, so I'm gonna share my screen. So it's just
Oh.
stop screen sharing and
Okay.
we'll see what happens. So
All right.
what Christopher
Andrew.
was saying was
Okay. All right.
what we're really talking about is expanding the patios. So on the left here are the existing patios and their configuration and driveway courtyard. What the applicant is looking to do is expand this driveway courtyard. You can see expanding and squaring off this patio, enlarging this patio somewhat, and same with this patio. All in all, I don't think these are significant changes and, seem fine. It does require, though, a wetland permit, right, Christopher? That you're going to need to amend that permit?
Yeah, I think we need to amend the existing wetlands permit that we had from the original layout because we had one from the garage portion of the work, I believe.
Yeah. So in this case, Craig, I think it's minimal impact. You can see the significant topographic change between, sitting on top of the lake and the lake itself. So
Right.
there's really I don't think any significant impact.
I will just say.
What was that, Christopher?
For reference, we already have Conyers Farm. We already have received Conyers Farm. We have that.
You have what from Conyers Farm approval?
Park approval, Pete, the architectural.
Understood. Yeah, you were just breaking up there.
Sorry, they've already reviewed what you're reviewing and they have already given their side of the approval.
Okay.
All right,
So-
Adam, on this, again, I
Yeah.
want a condition of this revision should be the Knox key switch on the gate.
Yeah, that's not part of the original?
No, I've been going back and forth
Got
with
it.
them for over a year and they're not wanting to do it.
Okay, we'll put that in here as well. So Craig, on the wetland issue, how do you want to see this proceed?
Well, what is the infringement on the buffer?
I'm guessing.
Is there
Yes.
any?
Yes, there is. I'm guessing it's in the order of magnitude of, a little bit over 1,000 square feet, but Christopher, do you know that number?
I do not know offhand. I apologize.
But I think that's the order of magnitude for sure.
I try to find it in the application. Apologies that Redness and Mead, they would know the answer to that question better than I apologize.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
think-
is there a plan for buffer disturbance replacement mitigation?
Well, not for associated with this plan, right, John?
Oh, no, there was a mitigation plan provided.
There was,
Okay.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we have.
This was originally
have a
approved.
Mitigation plan from, I believe that we have a mitigation plan from Jay Fain and Associates in the application.
Yes,
Okay.
it was part of the
Should be the
application.
last page of the
Yeah,
application PDF
Maybe
that I
I
have.
missed it all the way down here. Let me see.
And I believe they had an approved mitigation plan and he revised it
There it is. Okay.
as per this application.
I see. Got it.
Okay.
So Craig, look, we should hear from John, but I wouldn't be opposed to, processing this administratively. But, we need.
No, I'm not opposed to it either. I just wanted to know if there was a plan
Yeah.
in place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can you see that or no, I didn't share it. Let me
I'm
share
not
it.
seeing that right
Yeah,
now.
let me do that. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. So this is the mitigation plan, but this is for the whole project.
For the whole project, right?
Right. Not just the expanded patios,
Right.
but it
Okay.
incorporates the expanded patios.
Right. And it looks like it's quite extensive. I can't see all the fine print, but it does look like it's quite extensive. So, and as long as it, meets the mitigation requirement, I'm fine with it.
All right. So then I'll make a motion to send this to building with and then an administrative wetlands permit.
I'll second.
Sue Geffen, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Okay. All right. So you got that, Christopher?
Yes, thank you very much. And Rob, I'll understood on the Knox key. I'll put that as a priority on my own personal agenda. Thank you.
It's easy to do. Just go on our website. You can have the gate, whatever I don't know who they're using for a gate company, but the gate companies typically do it, or you can order it through our website. It's very easy. It's only like $200 or something like that. It shouldn't be an issue. So if you can get moving on that, I know I've been asking the contractor to get moving on. Then he pushed me off to Gustavo there, and Gustavo's been dropped the bag on that one too.
Yeah, I'll speak with both and I'll get that working for you. And then just while I have a second, I will also try to reach out to you. I want to talk to you or Mike soon just about closing out the job and any administrative stuff we want to catch with. So I'll look into the Knox key. If I have any questions, I'll call you when I call about the other stuff. I appreciate it.
All right, and then just close out the job. You'll go through me because I'll do the final inspection there.
Yeah. So we're getting close. So I want to talk about if we need any as-built or just kind of make myself a little checklist for you.
Okay, good.
All right, thanks, Rob.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, Susan, are you with us? We'll go through this application. If she can't join us, I see she doesn't have her microphone. So let me share my screen. What we're looking at here is a proposed fence. There are two properties on Emelon that backed up to each other that were in the same family. So it was an open area between the two. I believe that the applicant's mother is still residing in one of the properties. And you can see this in the status. My mother, age 94, is being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. As her disease progresses, she has taken to wandering in the backyard to visit her aunt, which that property was sold, whereby the fence became an urgent necessity. So they're proposing a 6-foot vinyl fence between the two properties. So, there were stairs here and they used to be able to walk, but obviously they need the fence at this point. So I have no concerns with this.
It sounds like the fence has already been installed.
I don't know if this is an enforcement action, Rob, or not.
We had to install the fence immediately.
Yeah, I guess so. But, I have no issues with
Just
this.
asking for approval.
Yeah.
Well, it's a new way to spell Susan.
Yep. Is everyone though okay with blessing this?
Yeah.
My blessing.
Okay, so I'll make this motion. Who wants to second?
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. So Susan, you're all set. You'll need to file for the building permit to legalize all this, but we understand the situation. And
Thank you very much.
and you're done with us, okay?
Thank you.
All right, take care. Okay, last one. Okay, Arthur, are you with us for 67?
I am. Hi, how is everyone doing this morning?
Great. Okay, are you the property owner?
I am.
Okay. So let me share my screen so we can all talk about this. Okay, so what you're proposing to do is a bit concerning, honestly. So what the applicant is looking to do is drain a wet area next to a pond. But if you take a look at the GIS, it's all hydric soil here. So my concern is, Arthur, is that, you know, this might actually be a wetland here. And typically we wouldn't grant permission to drain a wetland. So why don't you just give us a bit of background, what's happening here and what's the concern?
Sure,
and then we can
absolutely.
talk about it.
No, and I appreciate that, Adam. Thanks so much for letting me kind of convey what's going on, and
Yeah.
hopefully you all are amenable to, ultimately at the end of the day, the purpose of the property itself just being able to be utilized by the children. I've got 5 kids and I'm really just looking for them to kind of be able to play on it year round. And if not year round, you know, then definitely most of the year. Whereas right now, it just started drying up a little bit over the last few weeks, but for the most part, it's really super saturated, almost to the point of, you know, during the springtime, just being soppy, muddy. There's after a rainstorm, it doesn't even have to be a heavy rainstorm. There's pooling, stagnant water. You know, there's a little bit of deviations, but for the most part, it is flat. So really try to understand ultimately at the end of the day, if it had something to do with the Coltech tank and some of the downspouts and the drainage system that was put in place that was kind of leading a hand to ultimately the issue at hand here, which is just being way too saturated for it to really make sense at the end of the day. I can understand being, and I do get it with the hydric soil. I had spoken with someone who had used to work there, which was a buddy of mine's brother, Matt Norden, and he kind of, you know, shared a thing or two about a thing or two, and it was really insightful. But I can understand being like about 20 feet out from the actual water itself of the lake, but this is way further than that. This is like, you know, we're talking about 100 feet out, and the amount of saturation, it just, you know, I think there's definitely some issues there.
Yeah, Arthur, I've been out to the property over the years, and yes, I have seen that to be extremely wet. And you know, when I was out Friday, yeah, it was. I've never seen it so dry. So I don't, you know, John and Craig, you know, you look. I think we're gonna have to look to both of you here to see what you think's going on, what the best course of action is, on how to review this.
Could it be a vernal pond?
I don't think so.
No, I don't believe so. I think you just have the water can't penetrate the soil, so it's moving horizontally. That's where it's coming out of the ground. It was the wetlands was defined previously, I think, with the previous application, and that's the wetland boundaries shown. So although the GIS does show it as hydric soils, it wasn't classified as wetlands.
Okay.
You know, it may be that maybe it may be a wood bridge transition where your water's rising and coming out of the ground at that location. Now,
anything to do with the exit and entrance points, because it's spring fed, and if it's not kind of being allowed to do its natural movements and it's just staying put on my property itself, then there's only really one way it can go, I guess, and into the ground and outwards versus going across the road there to the other connecting symbiotic ponds, and vice versa, also coming in from the entry point. Maybe if it's all junked up there, and I don't know if the whole symbiotic relationship there is kind of acting accordingly, if that makes sense.
So John, what do you think? How should we proceed with this? Where do you think it should go? What do you think they should do?
You know,
I mean, Adam, why don't we send this to the planning board?
We could. I mean, we could send this to the planning board, and then the conservation board would review it.
Or do you want to just have the conservation board review it under an administration?
Yeah, we could do that. You know, I guess I'm looking to you to see how, you know, how significant do you think this request is, you know?
Yeah, well, we'll take a closer look at it. My gut is maybe you drain the upper portion of it. Maybe the lower portion that don't drain as much, but
Yeah, I guess
try to improve the area so they have a yard so the kids can play.
Exactly the only thing that we're really looking to do here, John, and I appreciate that. I think, you know, to Nunzio's point, he was looking to kind of stay out of the wetlands at all costs and more or less take everything from the buffer and non-wetlands and put it back into the wetlands.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Adam, if you and John feel that, you know, this should, you know, administratively be handled by conservation, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's that, you know, I think there's not much for the planning board to contribute. You know,
Right,
John
because
felt-
we would rely on conservation to a large extent in this situation.
Agreed.
Adam?
Yeah,
Adam, Craig here.
who's speaking?
Craig.
Oh, hi, Craig. Yeah.
Adam, if I could have Arthur's approval, I'd like to do a site walk before I make a comment about it.
By all means, absolutely. I work from home, so anytime.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
perhaps-
the location.
Perhaps Susan goes out to the site with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to give Arthur a direction today, but if you don't think we could have him come back at the next meeting. But so, Craig, if you know, I think under any circumstance, it's going to come to the conservation board, right? No matter what.
Yeah, I get that, and I feel more comfortable doing a site walk before I make any kind of a comment on it.
Okay. Okay. So then, Arthur, you know, we'll whatever committee members want to see it, it's okay if they stop by, and then we'll put you on in 2 weeks just to regroup.
That's fine. It's been a long time coming already, so it's another 2 weeks at this point. So
Okay.
as long, yeah. So yeah, you guys let me know whenever you'd like to come over.
Yeah,
and-
we'll put it on, and we'll send out the info again on how to. Actually, that meeting's going to be in person, but you can watch. On Zoom.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do that. We'll talk about this at the next meeting. Okay.
Great. Thank you all
All right.
so much. Take care.
Yeah. Take care. All right, that brings us to the end of this agenda. I'd like to thank everyone. Don't forget to go to the site, and then we'll regroup at the next meeting to put a direction on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Okay. Be well.